Hello, my name is Jubal, and right now I just finished working out. So, and I'm walking back home. But today, in this video, I want to call it "Is True Love Gone?" So, here we go. So, recently, I've been seeing a lot of dating coaches left and right telling men, women, boy, or girl about how to do this and do that to get them, and then you live happily ever after. Well, I gotta say, some of those tricks and tips do work sometimes, but many, or almost all the time, or sometimes, doesn't work. Because I've been hearing a lot about breakup stories, about women and men not good for each other, or good for family benefits, or they don't want to create a nuclear family, which means you got both parents and have 2 kids, for example. I think all that shit that the dating coaches are saying are complete garbage. And look, I'm not a dating coach who say you have to do this in order to succeed in life. I'm not. I'm just an average person who's trying to live life as it goes with the flow. And I could say true love is rare now. It went from common to almost uncommon. Yeah, it is common and uncommon for both of the factors. And it's interesting because this was a couple years ago when I was a young kid. There's a girl that I really like, and I'm being honest with all you audiences. There was a girl that I love to the fullest. Like, I really loved, because she was smart, she was beautiful, she was nice. Like, all you could think of, those 3 characteristics defining a girl. But as I grown up, she moved to a different place, and I never saw her again. And to this, it was until in middle school I was deciding. It was on Valentine's Day, if I remember. To send a TikTok of Valentine's, saying Happy Valentine's Day to everybody who are couples or who are non-couple. Hope you find love, whether it's a girl or not, or a boy or not, or a pet or not, whatever. And then I give a shout out to her. I won't use her real name, but and after that, no response, no ever. I wouldn't say I was discouraged, but I was, I don't want to start chasing girls all my life, because I hear that when I was growing up, from my family, chasing girls, and they found love right on the spot. But to me, Because the way it is now and nowadays, the hookup culture, as was coming up during the pre-internet days, was a little bit destroying it. And all I could say is that yes, it took a big toll of finding true love instead of having just looking at the person as an object and start having sex, you know. But that's what society's demands are nowadays, you know. And it's really shocking now I'm an adult. Like, now that I'm an adult, it's really shocking, because like, how did the society build up the hookup culture and destroy true love, you know? Because there's a video that I saw where it gave like a true definition of love. Like, true love basically, you know, because what you hear about love is that, oh, it's gonna blind you, you know, like when Cupid shoots you in the back, you forget all the consequences it comes. Either you do know the consequences and you still go with the flow, or you do know and you put boundaries on it. And for me, that is true love, you know. You know, you two are alone and also having future plans of both your partners, what you're gonna do, you know, what you want. Like I said, I'm not no dating coach giving tips. I'm just telling what I see from my opinion and what I see with my own two eyes, you know. So, and that, from my perspective, from my story, I know there's videos on YouTube you could look about Reddit. Those Reddit stories about how they almost had a girl that they liked, but they denied it because either they were shy, or they were scared, or they're not confident, or whatever reason it may be. That girl or that boy gets married, or that, and then he or she are like, oh, I missed my chance, you know, because I was not confident in my abilities to do it. You know, and I hear that a lot, you know, because I feel like some stories are fake from Reddit, some are true. You have to interpret it in your own mind, and that's where critical thinking comes into play. You know, even though critical thinking is rare nowadays, and also being a little bit open-minded of the consequences of finding love, there'll be a lot of cheating. Some people know it, some don't. You know. So I would say, like, you gotta stay single. You can find some. It just depends what's your point of view of it, and what is your point you're trying to prove. Would you want a family? Yes or no? Or you just want to have a girlfriend with no kids, you know? And still be with that. And that's your choice. Like I said, I have my own. You know? Like, I have a friend right now that he got a girlfriend a couple months ago. You know, I was telling him, you know, just be careful, you know. Like I said, I'm not a dating coach, but you just got to be careful what you're doing. Because if you don't, then depression comes like a wind. It'll grab you from the balls and say, hey, I tried to warn you, but you didn't listen. Now you're gonna stay like this for whatever time frame or months or days is gonna hit you. You know? But with this day and age, true love is a little bit disappearing. And that's what the presidency or the advertisement companies, or just in general, have been doing a good job, sarcastically, good job of destroying it. You know? And I'm not like an evil villain saying this, but it's just shitty that you want, sorry to go off topic, but you want people to find jobs that are helping them financially, and you're telling them you want financial freedom, you gotta work hard and all that. And it's not the way to do that. It is not. If you want the average people to have a good time and have a good life and a good peace of mind, the government should be helping the people, not against them. Only not only have favorites of who they want to help, and for them to succeed. So it really comes down to your point of view. I have my own point of view, and many people have their own point of views, how they interpret it. So you just gotta watch your back and watch your forward, watch your sides, because you gotta know what you're doing. And there's another story I want to add. This was when I got the Quest VR. When it first hit the market, everybody was going crazy, you know, because back then when you're trying to get a VR, you need like what do you call it, a PC for it, or like a computer in order for it to work. And it always leaves an impression of them. And there was this girl I was talking to, like I said, I don't want to say their name or whatever for respect. And you know, just talking about how life in general and shit. And then as months went by, you know, after having it, I was getting depressed myself. I don't know, but I was feeling so depressed while playing virtual reality. It was called a VR chat, and it's still functioning to this day. So, and I don't know why, and I just left because, you know, I want to meet real people at the time. You know, I want to have my own social cues that I want to build that I didn't as a kid. So that's my story. You know, I left and I never talked to her again. And I tried to talk to her, but she won't answer. You know, I said, in my mind, I said, fuck this shit. I'm fucking out of here. I'm done with the chasing and shit. And I just want to do my own thing. To this day, I still do my own thing. You know, I want to learn about myself. I want to learn how to succeed in life and learn how to function lie. So, yeah, that's what I want to do. So, yeah, that's my point of view and my opinion about finding true love in this day and age. And my name is Jubo. See ya.